Hello students, welcome to all of you in the English class. Today I am going to teach you the poem Amanda, which has been composed by an Australian poetess, Robin Klein. She has written many good and interesting poems for children. This poem is about the freedom, desires of a child. The greatest wealth that a child wants to possess is his or her freedom. He or she doesn't want to be instructed, controlled, or nagged by his or her parents. This poem is about a young girl named Amanda who is constantly nagged and instructed by her mother. She is living in her own world of fantasies. She lives in a dreamy and romantic world. Now I am going to start the poem. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't haunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. These are the instructions given by the mother of Amanda. She instructs her, nags her not to bite her nails. She tells her not to move her shoulders. Haunch your shoulders means move her shoulders. And stop that slouching. Stop bending or drooping your body. She says not to move or bend your body and sit up straight. She must sit straight in the right posture, Amanda. Her mother instructs her to sit in a rightful manner, in a correct posture, but Amanda does not like. In the bracket, we are having the imaginative world of Amanda. She expresses her feelings. She roams in the imaginative world of her own. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is she. Inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. Amanda is roaming in her own world. She is swimming in the languid, in the relaxed, calm, and emerald means green sea, where she is the mermaid. Mermaid is half fish and half lady, where she is the sole inhabitant. Soul means alone, lonely. Inhabitant means resident, living being. So she is swimming alone in the green sea, which is calm, which is quiet and relaxed, and she is moving there, drifting there, moving there blissfully, happily, and she is enjoying there. Amanda is always lost in her fantasies. She doesn't want to be rebuked and instructed by her mother. Next, again her mother instructs her. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Mother is scolding her, instructing her. Have you finished your homework? Have you make your room tidy and clean? Have you cleaned your shoes? I think she has not done anything. Now Amanda again thinks. She thinks that she must be an orphan. If I am an orphan roaming the street, I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden. The freedom is sweet. She wants to be totally free from the instructions of her mother. She thinks that she must be an orphan without parents. She must be a child who does not have her parents. She wants to roam, she wants to here and there in the streets without any instructions, without any restrictions and control. She does not want overprotection by her mother. She wants to make patterns, designs in the soft dust with her bare feet. She wants to roam here and there in the street, bare feet, and wants to make patterns. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. She wants to remain quiet and wants to enjoy her full freedom. Again her mother instructs her, don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda? Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? Amanda is not watching her mother. She is lost in her own world. She is lost in herself. Her mother instructs her not to eat too much chocolates because it will be harmful for her health, for her acne on her skin. She wants her to look at her while she is instructing her, but Amanda is not paying any heed to her. I am Rupanjal. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I shall certainly never let down my bright hair. Amanda wants to enjoy a blissful life, a happy and carefree life in the tower, like Rapunzel. Rapunzel is a fictional character. She was a princess with long and bright, beautiful hair. She says she wants to live in a tower peacefully, without any care. She will never let her bright hair down. She will not let her hair fall down from the tower and live there peacefully. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. Again, her mother is instructing her very rudely. She says that don't be so unhappy, don't feel unhappy and feel sulking, Amanda. I think her mother thinks that Amanda is always moody girl. Her moods change. She works according to her mood. Anybody will think, her mother says that anybody will think that she is instructing, she is nagging and scolding, rebuking her. So that's why Amanda should feel happy. She must listen to her instructions and follow the instructions carefully. Thus, the poem shows that a child wants to enjoy his or her freedom, but the parents always take care of them. And this poem gives the message to the parents that they must be careful while dealing with their wards, while dealing with their children. They must not overprotect them, over-instruct them and nag them frequently. They must take care of their wishes and desires and understand them very well. Thank you.